Yo, are we live? Select. Enough with the slickness. Is it happening? Excellent. Oh, there's stuff. Let's close some stuff. We just made this video about sharks. Oh, that's right. I need a thing to be able to see the chat. I need like a whole nother thing. One moment. Semi-unprepared. You know, that's the dad life. Oh wait, with the door closed, is it going to be bad for the Wi-Fi? Are we going to be getting like bad stream quality? Hi Jesse the Fish, hi Grueling Pine, hi Linked. I might open the door. Open. Wait. This dog is non-stop barking. She barks really loud and then but the baby sleeps through it. Let's get that. Oh, it seems like it's working. Seems like it's working. What an exciting stream. Okay. Things that have happened since who's louder, the dog or the baby? Dog. We lucked out, man. We got a baby that doesn't really cry that much. She sleeps at nighttime most of the time. We got lucky with young Pepper is her name. Yeah, so baby was born. How long ago was it since we last streamed? Looking at the Discord. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, you can't just open things. The last stream was 12th of the 2nd. And she was born on the 20th of the 2nd. And then yeah, and then we had baby. I don't know if you've had a baby before, but it means that the baby needs stuff pretty much 24 hours a day. A crazy experience, guys. Crazy. We've got notes now in 3 different files. I was trying to I was like, maybe I need like a planning tool like Trello or something, and this notes are fine, TXT files. I'm gonna keep the music quite quiet just because I was making the devlog and I could take the music out of it. I feel like there's more to. I never had that experience with a baby, but did have a puppy that basically needed constant attention. Yeah. The baby was born at like 1:08 in the morning, and mum had to go get stitched up, and so they just sent me with the baby into this room at like 2:30 in the morning, and we're like, just hope it doesn't wake up. Your message got censored. So things that have happened since the last stream. What did the last stream look like? Let's go back and have a look, eh? OBS, game dev. You know, I record all these streams and they're like, Entity Madness was this one. I'll just turn this down. We'll see what the game looked like. Oh yeah, we were like, we built a big level and then we crashed the game. I couldn't reproduce that crash, so I don't know what it was. What has happened since then? Rail do and undo. Create bridge rules. Oh yeah, I went through and yeah, you have baby and the baby comes out and you're like, all right, let's get no more wasting time. Ship daisy trains before baby's first birthday. Oh yeah, well, we got a bit of ocean life go. The ocean's back. And it's got like cool wave patterns. Ocean config. Let's make it bluer. Oh yeah, I've got configs. 18. Baby's first birthday. Before 18. Is that what you said? Hey big boy. There's a buddy boy down here. Oh, this new concept of a config. It's not really new, but it's like oh, was that a baby noise? So you can just build like a set of settings because you always want to do something like, you know, set what is the rail curve depth, for example. So you, oh yeah, we've got the do and undo thing is back, which is cool, and the grass goes away. Boop. Boop, boop. Oh, that was wrong. And look, the grass grows back now. Oh, where? Oh, yeah. That's what being a dad's about. So you put a train down and you like type in your code what the curve amount is for the train to interpolate around the rail, and then you like go, oh, that wasn't right, and so you like write it again and you rebuild the game and you play the game again, and then you, oh no, that wasn't quite right. And then you go, oh, well, I want a setting, but what you need is like a setting that auto serializes itself and auto displays itself in some window. So all this is like automated. So we can change the rail curve depth and get some, get some crazy funky things happening. Actually, the fine-tuning, whatever it was, 0.33 or something. Oh, yeah. Anyway, it will autosave unless you switch off the autosave. And maybe there should be a save button as well. This is the Odin version. Yeah, I made the ocean. How good. And the ocean has like the ocean minimum scale, the ocean maximum scale. You can see we are just scaling a plane that moves itself via the zoom. I mean, it scales itself via the zoom. So there's like 6 or something. So we lose detail as we go further away. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of thing. The ocean height just is like the Y offset. The max height is like this is like a shader setting of how much we should. There's like this blending going on between the heights to give it a little bit of interesting lighting. Then there's like the normal map strength. Yo. And there's a Fresnel on it. It looks kind of cool like that, a little bit more chilled out. It's hard to get the lighting looking like both stylized and like kind of nice. You do like this is wave patterns. You can see here the geometry start to fall apart when it's not broken up by the noise. And then some colors and the Fresnel angle. Doesn't have like the transparency and stuff like that. Yeah, so that was something I added. I don't know if there's much different. It's definitely like the wave patterns. I was like, I want the wave patterns to be broken up, and AI said there's a domain warping thing you can do. We'll go look at the ocean vertex shader. So, oh no, this is the old one. Vert, okay. So these waves are just hard-coded in there. This is notes from the AI. Use irrational multipliers. So it does the same thing where it does the position and the normal calc, but it also does some hash random offset, and this goes away domain warping. So it calculates some noise. The formatting here is horrible because of these little inlay things. And that gives it this kind of like warpy-dorpy look. You should probably, so say you wanted like a uniform for those. Say we wanted to play with the domain. So in the Odin file, there is a ocean config init, right? And there's this thing called a config init. Takes a config of some type, and then it loads the field set, which is like a set of fields. Dragon, laser. It also has this like merge defaults thing. There's a thing in Odin which is pretty wild. This thing, field set create from struct. So there's this thing called reflect.struct fields zipped, and it will get the struct, and then you can get the struct field value by name, and you can use the actual name in the struct as the field name. Isn't that cool? It gets the struct. You get the actual struct info. So in here we config init. We have this ocean config, right? And if we want to add a line that is ocean, I don't know why I've prefixed everything with ocean. Warp, domain warp, scale, that be a F32. And then we can add a default ocean domain warp scale equals, the warp scale is 0.15. So we'll change it to something else to see if it works. How's your passion for pointer mailboxes? Did you like that? I was watching back that, I was like, dude, that's some strong feelings. Now I'm not sure. It will go ocean init, ocean config init. Who calls this? I'm passionate about VS Code no longer showing me where things are called from. Ocean config init. Okay, it will do it. And it'll go in here and like, it'll try load it. And if not, it'll add a thing. It does create a little crashy. Okay, so configs, ocean configs. Now there's domain warp scale set to 0.14. Okay, but yeah, and then I get a runtime trap here where there's something about freeing the name of the field, but it only does it once when you resave it, and now it doesn't do it. Okay, anyway. So back in ocean.odin, now this ocean shader update, we can do a set float, we'll probably need to put this, say U warp scale. U warp scale equals, and this we'll put 0.15. Actually we don't need that. And then in Odin Ocean, why there's so many files are open, U warp scale, it would be probably better to make these line up. And then we got this config get ocean warp scale. I think I called it domain warp scale to confuse myself. It'll try to get a F32 from this. Will succeed. Return field get. Field get does a little mappy lookup thing, hopefully not too slow. So the ocean config, now the domain warp scale, you can see it warping you. Wow. That's kind of cool. So if you set that to 0, you see that the waves are just uniform. They do kind of crisscross each other, but adding a bit of domain warping makes them a little less uniform. And then there's another one for warp strength. So like, I don't know about you, but this process of putting things in and then connecting them to something meaningful is usually super annoying, and I've been trying to make that domain warp strength. I've been trying to make it like it's a process that kind of happens quite quickly, you know, because there's a lot to think about. There's probably smarter ways of doing this. Maybe you could, I don't know. Okay, ocean config. So the domain warp strength, that, oh yeah, holding Alt is the thing. You could make the strength bigger. It does create some weird patterny thingies. Also, you can see the weirdness of the... Oh, that's kind of cool when it's bigger. It's like, what does a real ocean look like? Probably not like that. And it's weird that it only kind of reflects on certain angles, but whatever. So that's the ocean and configs. And then the rail has this do, and there's these little animations between the, when you get close to the thing. Oh, here's another thing that's changed, actually. So when building rail, it would go across the cell and use this like world space mouse position to find out where we were, and then it'd do like a threshold. But now it takes all these nodes, you see the blue guys, they're not very visible under the thing. They need to be projected on top, but they get projected to screen space. And then now it's just a mouse XY position, which does a couple of things. One thing is like you can now like connect to nodes that you can't see even. How can I make it so I can't see a thing? It's impossible. If it was like hidden behind a block or something. So you get a little bit more like, oh, and it also will let you do that, but then it won't build it if it's not accurate rail. Anyway, so that gives you a little bit more control about how the rail building thing. It's more like a sea than an ocean. Oh yeah, it is like a sea. You're right. Daisy trains is very rare though. The thing is, like, I feel like the... Whoa. You gotta hold the Alt button, man. You have to. Maybe we could play with the display. We probably need to play with the displacement as well. Oh yeah, does it get... It needs to get like shallower as we go. Anyway. I am Gizmo does that as well. It paints the gizmo in screen space, not world space. And use mouse screen coordinates. Yeah. So it's kind of a cool thing. There's like the opposite. You can see this gizmo up here. This does like a reverse of that. So it puts a screen position in world space, which is kind of cool. That gizmo. Okay. So that happened. Rail node screen space projection. Yeah, that happened. That happened. Did we do anything else? Feature editor. I don't know whether I added any like other cool stuff. Like when it comes to like picking things up and putting them down. I think that's pretty much the same. Fix the slope cell bug. Yeah. Oh yeah, bridges now. Oh yeah, there's bridge models now actually. So oh yeah, there's a few things. The bridge now shows a ghost, which is kind of cool. It also, let's see how hectic we can get. Okay, so the bridge will show here, it shows that all the pieces it could... Oh, that's interesting that it would build on that slope cell. Is that legal? It is actually legal. So all the red pieces are pieces that technically are okay, but then it will give you this warning sign. It's like you can't build it over a station like that. Which is weird because you probably could. Bridges have to go all the way. Can't have one tile bridge and then goes down to ground level. No. No. Kind of a bridge constraint. Okay, so bridge will be like, that's cool, and it'll build a bridge too high where it needs to be 2 and 1 where it needs to be 1. And also this thing here was another consideration, like you build a bridge and it will make the bridges above it single height bridges. If you were to go up 2, which is like the max bridge height, you can go up 2. That's fine. Then there's a thing where if we wanted to do one here, that's cool, but if this block is gone, then it's like this is too high. So this is too high. What happened to the normals? Which normals? But if you put that there, if you put a little bridge there and then that bridge there, that'll work. Oh well, the ocean looks kind of cool. Oh whoa, dude. Oh, the normals on the ocean? Yeah, turn them down. I like this kind of atoll-y kind of thing. That white stuff's a bit much. Oh, the bridges, yeah. So I remodeled the bridges. This one was... Okay, this bottom bridge here is just with the model viewer. the bottom bridge, red bridge, rail bridge, single, rail bridge. Okay, that is just using this Kenny color map thing. Does that not open the model viewer? This one is using your favorite on the lit side. Are they wonky? This is using UQ paint. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think either the engine or thing is like one of them's backwards, I think. So I don't know whether I need to invert the normals on Blender or do an inversion on the shader. Either way, it's all pretty temp. Oh, I like that little inverted guy. Scooby Dooby Doo. Oh, that is a bit backwards. Now it's a bit backwards. But I think it looks cooler. We need to be able to change that to like some deep color. Anyway, UQ Paint is horrible. Regarded as one of the worst. Regarded by you. You know what? I tried everything you sent me. I went back to Substance Painter and I was like, you know what? Substance Painter may be the industry standard, but you cannot scale the UI. You cannot scale the UI. That's just like, this is like a gazette, like the richest software company on the planet, and you cannot scale the UI in 2026. It's not, it doesn't need fixing because it's only an experiment. Everything is a test. Yeah, I just wanted to know what the way the pipeline looks like, because I want to know, am I using freaking Substance? Am I sending everything, or are we doing it all in Blender? Because none of the texture baking things really work. UQ Paint is the only one that will actually give you PBR textures at the end of the process. Substance Designer, yeah, that's cool. Anyway, so let's make a new level. Beep bop bop beep 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 bo. Now the other trains go down there. The other thing is, okay, so you have this train, right, and you go up here. Train goes, whoa. Train goes up here. There's some wood up here, and there's a stack, and it does that. And you're like, cool, okay, I need to take the wood over there. What I want to do is take the wood. We're going to have a factory that, I don't know what it needs, but it needs wood and copper. Stack. Okay, we're going to put a station there. And then we're going to put a resource copper. Over here. So you put a train down, and you can see it draws a line now. So it kind of calculates the full path. It looks at the full path. It calculates full path. And then down here, I love this thing. Oh yeah, down here, the navigation. Now the train has a navigation, and it is set to follow rail. So it'll follow the rail, and if we made some station here, and we were like, okay, and I want you to go get copper next. Okay, it'll follow the rail whichever way the priority is. So now it's like dropping wood off here and we're like, oh dude, that's not what I wanted. And it's gonna pick this up. Don't pick up. Okay, it's gone all crazy already. We're like, how are you finding designer? It looks really cool. People make really cool stuff with it. It seems very involved. Alright, dude's got wood and he's going to go around there and he'll never get the copper. But now the train has a new paradigm. We'll draw the debug and it'll show it's just going from point to point. But if we say, now it's got a waypoint, you can click and set a waypoint on the rail. And you see there now it's like, how do I get back to that waypoint? What if I add a second waypoint there? So the first time I want you to go get the wood, and it goes to waypoint 1. Wait, I don't actually want you to do that. Get rid of crash right in the middle of my demonstration. Node waypoints, waypoint index. I thought we did remove waypoint. I think we need to say train navigation total is greater than index. Okay, don't do it that way around. There's currently a crash where the train doesn't update its node thing. So we'll do the make this again. We'll make this again. Resource wood. 1 wood. Okay. So we want to go there. Take it to a thing. And then there's a factory like over here. We'll put a stack down here. A station down here and make it a drop station. I'll put a station here, make it a pickup station. Okay. Sorry, this is like, you know, the lack of sleep over the days has me just rambling on. That's all good. Okay. Station. Oh, we need a stack there. No, not there. There. Oh, look at the grass, it grows back. Okay. So now we can put the train down and it will follow the path. So we say go there, then go there, then go there, then go there. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, so the first stop is taking the wood to here. Well, the domain warping thing didn't save. Interesting. Are you having trouble finding... Oh yeah, it couldn't find its path there. So it'll fall back to following the rail if it can't find the path. Hey, dude. That's weird. Why does it think there was a... Did it delete the rail nodes when I put that stack there? Interesting. Okay. So now there's train pathfinding. Yeah. Factory boy requires a red cargo. Oh yeah, and we've got little things being like stack there, you put to that stack. Bomberclat, Rasclat, idiot. Yeah. Oh, morning, Chef. Hey, Chef, how you doing? What was up with the Oh no, don't drop off there, mate. What was up, man? What the heck was up? What's the diagnosis? Wagwan, give me some curry goat rice and peas. Sorry. Yeah, so train pathfinding is the thing, which is a major. Right now there's no train like... And if you were to say, oh, this is the slow way, let's go that way, the train will... Where are you trying to get to? Did I do these things wrong? And if I delete them in the wrong order, I'm going to kill the train. Train go there, Oh, damn you. Okay. Me go on feeling okay, man. Bomber clat, ras, clat, 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 idiot. Okay. So I don't want to have to actually code anything today, but maybe we'll try fix this bug. Navigation. We got train navigation. Train navigation. Oh, it's this thing. This thing kills my control alts. Okay, so the train add waypoint. If train waypoint index is greater than index. This if train.target, why don't we do this as lib of train dot, let's get navigation. Let's do it nav equals navigation. Oh yeah. Nav dot node waypoints. Okay, this might be bad as well. Whatever. That sucks, bruh. What happened though? Oh yeah, I was having trouble with the Odin thingamabob. Why does this not save this warp scale? I want you to just chill your warp scale. Did that save 0.15 and 2.02? Damn you. Oh yeah, that's saved. Okay. Let's just do a little tester rotor. Train, go there, put a waypoint, put a waypoint, put a waypoint, put a waypoint, put a waypoint. Let's get rid of them in all different types of orders. So what was the problem? Ordered remove proc array, remove waypoint, node index was 3, node coord, ordered remove node waypoints. Well, oh, do we not remap? Do we, when we remove waypoint, we're not actually remapping the indexes, are we? Last index equals why don't I just keep these in a map and not bother with this thing? How many do they need? We did going to iterate over like 4. Oh, because they need to be in order. Can you sort a... Maybe they could be a slice. I'm like looking to the chat, like, chat, write this for me. I don't know if I can do it. Can you sort a map? Sort dot heap sort, merge sort, quick sort, and array. I don't think that's how maps work. But do we... Okay. Last index equals len of nav dot waypoints. Node waypoints. So that's the last index. Is the len is this -1. And then we need a order remove, and if index equals does not equal last index. Then we need to say we need to get swapped equals nav.node waypoints. There's got to be a simpler way of doing this. Index swapped dot, oh, it's a vec3, so we need to say nav dot swapped equals index. I kind of just want to be able to see them, man. I just want to be able to see the data. I'm a visual learner. Train, make a bunch of these. Okay. That worked. Rail, go on a big mission. I was actually thinking of programming some stuff today. What happened? Train calculate path. Target court node waypoints now. Okay. I thought we said if node target waypoint. Len -1. That's like -1. Yeah. This seems bad. Maybe is that like that? I don't know. Brain activation is low. What have you guys been doing? So, okay, it was like, okay, we were like, yeah, we got this, and then we got rid of it, and we showed that the train, it's on follow rail mode. Cool, 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 cool. I don't know, we'll just remove a bunch. Okay, this becomes 1. Get rid of this one. Okay, that's cool, cool. Train go here, then go. You can put a thing down there, and it's like, it's not going to be able to find it, right? Yeah, so it's on follow rail mode. Why don't we connect it? See what happens. I did find a way. Go back that way. Dope. Yeah, see, it updates its path. How does the pathfinding work, you may ask? What I really want is like to be able to see what number these are, because right now they're just like ordered from green to red. If I get rid of that one, okay, it's just going to keep repeating this. Get rid of that one, now it just follows the rail. It's kind of cool having the follow rail thing, because it will just always fall back to it if it gets lost. You could have a thing that's like, why don't we do something fun that's not too hard? Because now the train, when it gets to a new node, it goes into this navigate thing. And it's like, okay, it's got a little state machine that Link will be like, that's not a real state machine. If the nav state is follow rail and we do have node waypoints, then let's say the path's not calculated. The other cool thing about this is the path only calculates when the path is not calculated. So it'll calculate a path and it won't do it again unless you change the rail state. So it's not doing it every frame. Calculate path is this function, which is train find path to node BFS, breadth first search. Now I'm going to be real with you. I think I started writing this and I was like, I can write a pathfinding thing without any research. And I started writing it and I was a bit confused. I was like, hey dude, hey Copilot, what do you think? And it said, well, you could try this. There's another one somewhere, or did I get rid of it? Depth first search. It did this one, like a recursive way, and it was good, but it wouldn't go the shortest way. It'll just go the first way. So then it wrote this other one, and it uses all the bits that I wrote. Like it gets the nodes, it gets the direction, it creates links, it creates little queues and path and parent states and stuff in these little structs. And then it will return the thing. And I think if I go to the end of this, we can say train navigation. I'm timing it here. It takes like 10 microseconds. I used to search 0 steps, search 8 steps, keeping a track of like how many steps it had to go through. That one of 23 step was like 100 microseconds, but then you're like, and that's in debug mode, so it's kind of fast. This is train navigation without searching, so it's just following the path. But here, when it searches like 22 steps, 23 steps, 25 steps, it gets it's not even that, it's not that bad. So I think you could have hundreds of trains doing pathfinding and you'd still be within like a millisecond. So I'm kind of happy with this. I do admit, like, I didn't write this particular function and I feel bad about that, but you know, what are you going to do? So yeah, the train will look for its next path node and go there. And if for any reason it can't find it or it doesn't have a path or whatever, it'll just follow rail. But I feel like I was thinking about something and I forgot what it was. What were we doing? Fortunately, the trains, I did just oh yeah, we're going to do something fun. We were going to say train navigate, train follow rail. Why don't we say if, whoa, the screen just changed color. Train follow path and train follow rail. Let's do, okay, so nav state is follow rail. Let's just draw a thing. So we can say render, we can say transform equals into, oh yeah, that's right. I was having a little trouble with the language server and I didn't know why it was like, it won't find it finds it in this file but not across the project. Have I done something dumb? Anyway, so I was like, maybe I need to update Odin. So I downloaded the latest Odin and Odin was like, there's this thing, say we're using Genie, right, as a package. We import Genie and then we want to use the profiler, so we say genie.profile. And you got to write Genie all throughout your thing. So you're like, oh, you can do this thing like using Genie and get rid of that. And now when you build, it says, error, using has been disallowed as it is considered bad practice to use as a statement outside of immediate refactoring. Using Genie. If you do require it for refactoring purposes or legacy code, it can be enabled on a per file basis with feature using statement. So basically will not compile unless you opt into using in every file. Because that was like, the designer was like, this was a bad idea. So I was like, oh, you know what? Okay. I don't want to do bad practices. I'll just put Genie dot in front of every function call in the whole project. That took some time. That did take a little bit of time. Okay. Anyway, we can say Genie dot entity get transform of the train dot locomotive dot unit dot entity. So we'll get the transform. And does this need an okay with it? Yes. Transform. Okay. And then we will, well, this is a thing, and I actually want to make a copy. How can I make a copy? Okay. Well, let's say loco transform, and then we'll say warning transform equals loco transform copy, and then warning transform dot position dot y plus equals 0.2 or something, and then we'll say render instance genie render instance add, and the model will say game get model dot warning sign, the dynamic version, and the matrix is local to matrix of the warning transform. And then maybe this will draw a warning thing saying, hey, this train has no orders, until you give it some waypoints. It's probably not a thing you want in the game, but we're just going to do it to see if it works. Nice. Oh, it's there, but it only does it on the navigation thing. Cool. Cool. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. Draw a thing. We'll take this out. Put it in trains. For train and trains. Oh, why do we look at the trains twice? I don't know. Warning transform dot rotation dot y plus equals game get delta time. Maybe it's a rotating sign now, perhaps. Oh no, we don't want delta time, we want time. Nice. He's wearing a little hat. What happens about my Y calculation when he invariably goes up there? Oh yeah. Okay. Get lapsed beauty. Oh wait, and we want to make that higher. 0.5. Go up a whole cell high. That's quite high. Yeah. Yeah, I love this warning sign. Warning. Train doesn't have a brain. Whoops. Ooh, little exception. Try and calculate path. Why did this get called? Oh. This needs to be and len of nav dot node waypoints is greater than 0 or something. What time are we at? Only going to be a little short stream. Just want to get back on the old wagon. Okay. So this means if the train... Okay. Now the train, we can say to go here and then go here. Oh, I didn't do an if check. It's funny that the rotation, it does copy the rotation as well. I think there's a trait I want more than your attitude when something doesn't work perfectly the first time. I've been thinking about that because I got a couple of comments. Like, someone said, someone asked in the last stream, like, how do you keep going? And then someone was like, oh, I appreciate your, you know, your resilience to keep going. Hey, oh, there is a thing. And I was thinking about that this morning, about that very thing. And I think that's what plagues people a lot. I've been fortunate to work in like creative industries, namely editing, video production, and I think when you go to do something, the amount of times it doesn't work is way higher than people think. I think the process of doing things like the ratio to failures to success ratio is like massively skewed into failures. In fact, everything is going to 100% not work out. And like being okay with that is the production, that is the main stat line of the person who lives in a production of anything, I think. Like, can you handle things not working and not being finished and being messy, and how much of that, because that's pretty much the job, is to be in that state the whole time. And then when it's done, it's finished, and then you like never look at it again. So the only time when everything's like lined up is when you're no longer working on it. Yeah. Oh, is this where we need to pull up the Valley of Despair? The Pit of Despair. You start the project with great enthusiasm. This is probably an upwards line. And then you hit the pit of despair. And this is where you want to give up. And greatness is just beyond that point of wanting to give up. And this happens on every single project. It doesn't matter if it's a little, like you're making a little short video or you're painting a picture or anything. That happens to some degree, I believe. That's my belief. Yeah, this little warning sign still doesn't work properly. So this thing will be if train dot navigation dot state equals dot follow rail, then do this. We get the unit just before it, so we may as well just use the unit. And then rotation warning transform dot rotation equals vec3 0. I think you can just write 0 and it will infer that. Yeah, that's the key in the notes. Yeah, I mean this particular project has definitely been the most complicated, hardest to figure out. Oh, look at that, and it'll stay on its most unlikely to succeed, longest period of time being in a place of like, this sucks. The pit of despair is massive on this one. And now it's like, yo, I'm going here. So it'll go there, and then we can be like, yo, go there. Now it knows where to go. Now we're a transport tycoon. And also, if I'm being completely honest, like my partner Lou, she will, she always says, I go to her and I'm like, I can't do this game. This is too hard. I give up. This is never going to work. And then she says, yeah, you come to me like once every month or two and say this. And then a couple of days later, you're like, I figured it out. Yo, Chief, what up? Chief, it's getting there. Okay, so trains now have pathfinding, which is choice. And that is cool. What they need now is to have their behavior reinstated. So because they're doing some nice, they've got nice little lookups. If I get rid of these and don't crash the game, thanks. It's just gonna, why does it not show me the path? Well, it is still calculating ahead the entire path that it can. If I put another train down, they will like run into each other now. Well, they won't because, well, if I stop one, they'll just go through because they're not looking for each other. They're not calculating collisions or anything. So basically they're going to need to look into their future, look for things like junctions and other trains. This was already kind of, what's the word? Oh. Did I just put a stack down on a piece of rail? I think I did. I think that's another bug. Game features, and this is editor features. Feature editor update, stack, update stack. So it's going to say game cargo stack create, and it's just going to be like, yo, it's just going to do it. It's not going to test. If cell.rail flags do not equal that, return. So don't build it on a thing with rail and train going on it. And this is now, this is dumb because I'm like doing this for everything. These are all tests that happen. Okay, let's make a little function. Say at private equals file is cell valid for feature proc cell pointed to a cell, turn a bool, and we can say all of these return false. I mean, you can do this, right? You can say valid, which is a bool, equals false. So this creates the say what now? Oh, I heard a crying baby. I heard a crying baby. Does she want to come on the stream? Why is that giving me an error? Undeclared name cell. Oh, it's a game.cell. My bad. Okay. So we can just do return above do return. Those are the sort of thing, or you can return true. It's a bit ugly. You can just say return. You can say it's true by default, and then you can say if cell thing then valid equals true. There is an or return thing or something. I don't know if this is if cell equals nil. Okay, that is, you could do return false. Oh, valid equals false. I don't know about this do statement. Valid equals false. This is false. I don't know about this one. What, this is cell valid for feature? You don't like this? You could do get adjacent, bro. Hey, it's okay, man. So this is the thing. We need to be... That's what I'm talking about. We'll get adjacent to an uncomfortable aura. And then if it's uncomfortable, then we'll change things. You could do valid equals cell equals nil. Not cell equals nil. How about that? How's that for aura? Cell does not equal nil. Valid equals cell.rail flags does not equal this. Wait, but then it's like true, true. Nah, because we just want to return on any of them. We just want to return on any of them. Why don't we not have this and not try to be fancy? We'll just return a bool. We go all the way back. It was already fine. Do return false, do return false, do return false. Return true. This does need this. This is some weird syntax. It's not. We'll get rid of this. If above equals that, if above, do return false. Okay, how's the aura on that one? So we get the cell. Should we put that in there as well? Because we need the cell. Let's say if is cell valid for feature cell, do return. Trying to make my aura better. I love, they say don't repeat yourself, but I love writing things lots of times. Well, this does it a different way. Update trees. Duck, duck, da, da, do, 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 do. Oh, poor baby is sad. Oh, this is kind of... Okay, we can't do this. We'll leave that one because this is for things without cells. Okay. There's a problem in this. We've got cell twice. Well, why example? Did we break the game? Now we put a rail down and put a stack. Oh. Okay. Oh, that needs to be first. My bad. Stack. Okay, we get no feedback that we just can't build it there, but that's alright. Cool. Cool beans. Game trains. So there is a whole thing. This is like the train update function. Now this train look ahead. And so I just commented all of this out because I was changing the way the train looks. Train future. Train removed from tracks. Train calc history length. Train look for junction. Train build path. So this is the train link future. What time is it? How long have we been streaming? It's an hour. Hey, that's an hour. Detroit Pistons playing at the Brooklyn Nets. If we were to lose to the Brooklyn Nets again, things would be bad. I'm not going to get into the... Oh, the poor baby. She need to come on the stream real quick. Let me go find baby. Is she super sad? Is she super sad? Little boo 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 boo. Oh, 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 oh. Oh yeah, baby. It's a baby. Look at the Lion King. She can be like the Lion King. She's got the hiccups. I want to do the Lion King lift. But I don't want to. She's got hiccups. Oh, there they are. She's got the cutest little hiccups. Come on, baby, give us a hiccup. She's been drinking too much milkies. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. She's got little, like, sound effect hiccups. I don't know what that is. We're a natural. Can we burp the baby? Gum, 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 gum. Must protect the neck. Looks bad. Don't worry. Dad's got it. Bubba, bubba. Little baby. Tiny little baby. She's doing well. She is... How old? 3 weeks on Friday. 14 days plus 5. She. Or me. We're locked in. Locked in baby. Yeah, she's pretty locked in, eh? Oh no, they're so cute. Tiny little fingernails. Ba 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 ba. Anyway, thanks for coming in, joining us on the stream. Debut of Pippa, and it's good to be back. And thanks, boss. Thanks, boss. Yeah, some mum's doing the real hard yards. She's the one keeping the baby alive for the most part. Legendary. But yeah, anyway, good to see you all. Baby, you gonna finish with the hiccups now? Hey, you gonna finish with the hiccups? That. Bah. Bah. W. Pippa says thanks. Yeah. Ah. Alrighty. Peace out.